Hi guys, welcome back to Resource Management 2021. This is part one and what is going to be a long series that is going to help you guys from beginning to end game. Now today's video is 20 characters you will not regret investing in. Yes, these are some of the most efficient resource characters in this game that can be used for a lot of content. Investment in these 20 characters will not go to waste. Now about 6 months ago, I made 15 characters you will not regret investing as part of Resource Management 101. Now out of those 15 characters, I can tell you 4 of them do not make the top 20 anymore. Things have changed over 6 months. We have new challenges, we got a new Dark Dimension, and we even have new campaigns. So who are the 4 characters you think did not make the cut? And now that I've given you no time to think about it, you know what to do. Sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Alright guys, Resource Management is my rating system of how useful a character is in unlocking content and sustainable resources. Each character that I'm showing you guys today, I am giving you guys their efficiency score by my scoring metric. So the things characters score on is 1, can they unlock a legendary? Are they used for monthly events? Are they the best option for the highest tier challenges? Are they DD3 efficient? Or can they be used in U7? The number of campaigns they are featured in, and arena. And once again guys, this is not a free to play list. As mentioned in the prologue, you cannot control when a character is unlocked due to the RNG of orbs that you will collect in this game. So what this means, if you get one of these characters unlocked before whoever's farm guide says you should go after, trust me, these characters are worth your investment. Now let's kick this off with number 20, and that is Crystal. Yes, Crystal is used to unlock Ebony Maw. She can be used for the Cows of Change challenge, and she's featured in 3 different campaigns, giving her a score of 105. Number 19 is Magneto. He is meta for 2 challenges, Ability Enhancement and Orb Frag Challenge. He can be used in 2 different sections of campaigns, and he is an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. Now I know a lot of you guys heads are spinning like, what the heck are you talking about? If you did not catch my prologue, I explained it in there. If you look at the global nodes 7 and 8 of DD3, look who people are one-shotting with. Magneto does show up there. Before I move on, Magneto got a score of 106.5. Now number 18 is Scream. Now if you guys caught my Resource Management 101 series, especially campaign guides, I did say, hey, symbiotes aren't useful there. Turns out Scopely watches my videos. Anyways, Scream can unlock Shuri, can be used for the Gold Rush challenge. Only used in 1 section of campaign. Yes, there was a campaign section in Doom War for symbiotes. Now I did forget to mention during the prologue about how it was odd the characters I told you guys had no use in the game, how they magically all started to be need for Doom War. The devs watch me, guys. By the way, if you are a dev, my DMs are open. I am looking for a job that I can work at home with. If you need help figuring out what characters are not useful in the game so you can make content for them, hit me up. Anyway, Scream can be useful in U7 and Arena. Now I kind of have to put an asterisk here because she's not really useful in those 2 game modes unless she's with her fellow symbiote comrades. And Scream gets a score of 110. So the question becomes, do you guys think the other symbiotes are on this list? Only one way to find out. Let's keep going. At number 17 is Mystique. This character's stock has gone up tremendously, mainly due to a couple things that have changed. She's always been on along Magneto, but she's efficient for the Orb Frag challenge. Yes, she shows up quite a bit as an efficient character. She can be used for 3 different campaign sections, and she's efficient in DD3. This is a character whose stock has rose greatly at the end of 2020. MSC score is 112.5. Moving on to number 16, Falcon. Now this is the first character that's shown up since Resource Management 101. His stock has not changed any bit. It's pretty much the same. Still meta for 2 challenges, Orb Frag Challenge and Cast of Change. He's used in 5 different campaigns. That's quite a bit. And he is an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. Another one that most people don't consider efficient, but he is a character that is one-shotting the nodes along with a special composition of characters. Now it's going to be some time before I cover Dark Dimension, but guys, I want to note one thing. Red stars are important. and Falcon has a score of 122.5. Moving on to number 15, Anti-Venom. Can be used to unlock? Sure, yes, look at this resume. Can be used in the bi-monthly Block Party event. Meta in 2 challenges, Gold Rush and Medical Supply Run. In 2 campaign sections, useful for U7 and useful for Arena. I honestly don't think we've seen the max of Anti-Venom yet because a lot of people don't have this character maxed out. So I'm expecting a lot more from this character in the future. Some of my surprise characters, there are some characters that didn't make this list that I do expect to rise on it down in the future. But for right now, this character, I believe value is rising in this game and is going to keep rising in this game. Anti-Venom score is 132.5. Now moving on to number 14, Phoenix. Yes, this character is starting to lose value, shockingly losing value, but still very valuable, guys. She's on this list, which means she is worth your resources. I'm just mentioning how she's fallen. Can unlock Magneto. If you do Phoenix first, you can use Phoenix to unlock Magneto. Useful in 4 campaign sections. Now, not obviously on a character you really want to go if you want a 3-star, but Beast should become farmable sometime in the near future, so pairing Beast with her can change the game of how efficient this character is. There's a lot of things this character does not get credit for and could start getting credit for in the future with a built-up Beast. She is an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. However, she doesn't have as many one-shots as some other characters in the global nodes. It's the main reason why when people start asking me about Dark Dimension 3 and have an efficient character, I no longer tell people to build Phoenix first. Who's the character I recommend they build first? You have to keep waiting because they're actually on this list. And before we move on, she's also useful in U7 and Arena teams. And she has a score of 140. Next up at 13 is Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo can be used to unlock 2 legendaries. Unfortunately, she's premium orb, so if you're going to use it to unlock these characters, you're probably going to have to wail a little bit. Who am I kidding? A lot of bit. Iron Man and Ebony Maw. And actually having her for Ebony Maw makes Ebony Maw attainable so much easier than using the Miss Marvel version. Miss Marvel version of Inhumans takes a lot of investment compared to how to unlock a lot of the other legendaries. She's efficient in the ability enhancement challenge. She's useful in 5 campaign sections. That is quite a bit, guys. 5 is quite a bit. I'm not going to tell you guys what the max is because I'm going to cover this in a separate video, but trust me, 5 is a lot. Efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. Another surprising character you don't hear about, but yes, she is part of some one-shot teams. She's also useful in U7 and raids and has a score of 165. And now at number 12 and appearing for the first time, Mr. Sinister. Boy, has this character stock gone up through the roof. He is meta for 2 challenges, Medical Supply Run and Orb Fragment Challenge. He can be used in 2 campaign sections, and he is an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. Now remember when I said earlier about Phoenix no longer being the recommended character? If you're not going to do Phoenix, you need this guy. This guy is a part of almost every single one-shot team of Dark Dimensions nodes 7 and 8. Now, unfortunately, guys, if you guys want me to cover Dark Dimension, it's going to be some time till I get to that video, but that is a video on the resource management list. I'm not going to spend more time talking about it now, but I'm just letting you guys know he's the man. And he can be useful in Arena. Now, I do note you want to be careful using Sinister on Arena defense. If your Arena Shard does not have Ebony Maw and Phoenix, he's by far the #1 choice to put on offense and defense. Once your Arena Shard starts showing up offensively with Phoenixes and Ebony Maws, you do not want to use Mr. Sinister. You are giving your opponent an easy win. Trust me, that's how I get a lot of my Arena wins. But he has a score of 170. Next up at number 11, and a character whose stock is starting to fall in this game, is Shuri. Now, she is meta for 2 challenges, Medical Supply Run and Orb Fragment Challenge. She's also useful for the Chaos Theory monthly event. If there's any monthly event you're going to chase down, it needs to be that one. She is useful in 4 sections of campaigns. She is an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3, however she's very sparingly used, and she's also useful for U7. Shuri has a score of 175. Now it's time to move into the top 10. Next up is Ultron. Yes, Ultron is still meta for challenges, even with no red stars or fragment challenge and Catalyst of Change. He's actually only viable in 1 section of campaigns. He's an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. I'm just saying, there's a lot of variety in that global nodes. I'm just telling you guys right now. He's also useful for U7 and Arena. Side note for Ultron and Arena, he's another one. If you can get him early before any of your Arena Shard members get Black Bolt, you're going to have a huge advantage. Once they start having Black Bolt, you might want to start thinking about phasing out Ultron if you can. And Ultron has a score of 200. All right, guys, what character have not covered yet you guys think is on this list? And are they gonna make the list? Only time will tell. Let's move on to number 9, and that is Venom. Venom can unlock Shuri, useful for the Gold Rush challenge, ability enhancement challenge. He is only used in one section of the campaign, which is in a Doom Ward node. He's an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. Just realized that my graphic is hiding my print. Can't believe I missed that. He is useful for U7 and Arena. Once again, most of the symbiotes need to be on the symbiote team for this to be true about U7 and Arena, but they are being used there. What can I say? And Venom has a score of 217. Moving on to number 8, and that is Minerva. Minerva just became farmable in the War Store, so I'm expecting this character. Well, I don't know if I'm expecting. I don't know if her stock's going to rise or fall, as newer game players are now going to be able to invest in her up, and we start seeing more 7-star Minervas. Almost 2 years of being premium or exclusive. It's going to be interesting to see if we've already seen the Maximus character or we have not seen it yet. Only time will tell. But she is meta for 2 challenges, Medical Supply Run and Training Day. She can be used in 2 different sections of the campaign. She's an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3, and she's useful for U7. Now, when I was collecting data on Arena, she didn't show up in the 100 teams that I went through the top 100 on, but the fact that she's farmable, I do think she's going to be early game Arena viable. And she has a score of 225. Next up, number 7, and new to the list, Emma Frost. Emma Frost is meta for 2 challenges, Ability Enhancement and Orb Fragment. She can be used in 1 campaign, kind of let down, but she doesn't have that many tags. She's a useful character for Dark Dimension 3, useful for U7 and Arena. Pair her with Mr. Sinister and Mystique, seems to be a very powerful combo. What else can I say? And she has a score of 230. And she should be back next Wednesday. So guys, make sure you are ready. Hopefully you all saved up some gold orbs, a little extra gold, so you guys can get 6 shards of her a day. Moving on to number 6, and the character I probably got the most hate on for not including 6 months ago, and that is Black Bolt. Yes, Black Bolt just wasn't seen because not a lot of people had him, and a lot of the data that I was pulling from various discords just did not have him included. With new challenges, new data, his stock price went up, and he unlocks Ebony Maw, meta for 2 challenges, Training Day and Catalyst of Change. He can be used in 3 different sections of campaigns. He is a useful character for Dark Dimension 3. He is useful for U7 and Arena. He has a score of 270. Oh guys, we're getting up there. It's time for the top 5, and at number 5 we have Carnage. Yes, Carnage can unlock Shuri, useful for the Gold Rush Challenge, Medical Supply Run, efficient character for Dark Dimension 3, can only be used in 1 campaign section, and he is useful for U7. And now that I'm looking at this and talking out loud, I don't know how he didn't show up in the 100 Arena teams, but other members of Symbiotes did. The mysteries that I will never go back and take a look at a second time. I guess some things are just meant to keep a mystery, and he has a score of 285. At number 4, and a character that has moved up on the list mainly because, well, let's just talk about who he is first, and that is Thanos. Now, the main reason I think he moved up on the list and became where he is mainly due to Black Order being out. When I first made Resource Management 101, Black Order really wasn't in the game. They were released. Not very many people had them, but obviously Black Order has done some wonders for Thanos. He is meta for 2 challenges, Ability Enhancement and Training Day. He is a useful character for Dark Dimension. He can be useful in 3 different campaign sections, useful for U7 and useful for Arena. Obviously a part of that Black Order team. And he has a score of 290. Now next up at number 3 is Hela, who was originally ranked number 1. So the question you guys all have to ask yourself right now, who is number 1? Who haven't you seen yet that should be on this list? Alright, and Hela's resume reads like this. Unlocks 2 legendaries, Phoenix and Black Bolt, 2 of the best legendaries in the game, or at least in the top 3. Meta for 2 challenges still, Ability Enhancement and Training Day. She is an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. She is useful in 4 different campaign sections, and she is a useful U7 character. And she has a score of 295. Now she is tied with the same character at number 2. It's the only tie on this list, and that is Ebony Maw. He is useful for the Medical Supply Run Challenge, Training Day Challenge. He's an efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. He can be used in 4 different campaign sections, useful for U7 and useful for Arena. multiple arena teams, even non-Blackwater arena teams. And like already mentioned, he has a score of 295. Now at this point, I'm pretty sure you guys all figured out who number 1 is, so without further ado, it is Symbiote Spider-Man. Yes, his resume reads like this. Unlock Shuri. He can be used in the Block Party bi-monthly event, useful for the Gold Rush Challenge, Medical Supply Run Challenge, efficient character for Dark Dimension 3, probably the most efficient character for Dark Dimension 3. Campaigns can be used in 2 different sections, useful for U7 and useful for Arena. And he ranks into a score of 330. Alright guys, and that is 20 characters you will not regret investing in. Now, did any characters on this list shock you? Is there a character that did not make this list you think should be on this list? Please let me know in the comments down below. Now with that said guys, if you want to do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and have not done so already, hit that subscribe button. And if you do not want to miss the next part in Resource Management 2021, don't forget that notification bell. And with all that said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye. A lot of characters, when they have no use and the developers know they have no use in other game modes, what do? They slap the war tag on them.